Hey everyone, Rosemary Havson back again to help you take full control of your life by what you choose to put at the end of your fork. So let's get into it.
What is this one?
Withdrawing from the World Health Organization, sir?
Ooh, that's a big one.
So the United States contributed almost $1.3 billion to the World Health Organization. And that was more than what China contributed, which was over $800 million. But Trump is now finished with all of that. And he said by leaving the World Health Organization, that's the best thing to do for the United States. Now, in response, the World Health Organization is saying, please, please don't leave. And now in the fear of the United States withdrawing from the World Health Organization, the WHO is trying to appeal for $1.5 billion from other contributors. So it will be very interesting to see if the United States actually leaves the WHO, if that means that the World Health Organization will be able to raise $1.5 billion from other contributors. Another interesting contributor that's on the list of all of the countries that have funded the World Health Organization, and that is Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. They've contributed over $850 million in 2024. And over the life of the World Health Organization, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has contributed almost $60 billion over the life of the World Health Organization. Some speculate that due to the incredible amount of contributions that the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has made, that means that Bill has a lot more say in what happens in the World Health Organization. Some people are concerned about that, especially when we see what other interests the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation have contributed to over the lifespan of the World Health Organization. More specifically, they've contributed to trying to reduce the amount of AIDS patients in the globe. Now, they've been focusing mostly on the continent of Africa, and I find that very interesting. They also contributed quite substantially to population control in certain countries, in what is quote unquote considered third world countries. And we've also seen how, of course, the pushing of the vaccination of people to be protected against a global pandemic, we see that that was something that should be noted as well.
One of the most effective ways philanthropy extends the control that elites have is by making institutions and governments financially dependent on private donors, shifting power away from the public. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is a prime example of this, because they're one of the largest donors to the World Health Organization, which gives their foundation enormous influence over global health policy. The WHO's decisions often align with big pharma's interests, particularly in areas like vaccine distribution and drug patents, rather than prioritizing cheaper solutions and allowing developing countries to create their own vaccines that are more affordable. Unsurprisingly, this is an area that Bill Gates has significant investments in.
So what can you do? You can learn to take care of your health and take better control of your health, especially if you have a preventable chronic illness. And one of the main preventable chronic illnesses that people are having issues with is type 2 diabetes. We're seeing alarming numbers in the number of people that are being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in the United States. And we're seeing that African Americans are taking up a lot of the statistics when it comes to who is being diagnosed. If you're in that situation where the first step, of course, to developing type 2 diabetes is becoming insulin resistant, and there are many symptoms and signs that you're becoming insulin resistant. Some simple things are skin tags, inability to sleep throughout the night, and also excessive eating of carbohydrates. If you're in that category, then you need to check out this product, and it's called GlucoBlock. It helps your blood to regulate the amount of glucose levels, and it also makes your resistance to insulin lowered, so that you can actually win the battle when it comes to being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. GlucoBlock, an excellent supplement. You can check that out on my YouTube channel. There's a link there where you can get yours. But in the meantime, one of the things to remember is that you are in control of your health. So, okay, Trump is withdrawing from the World Health Organization, but when it comes down to the community level and your personal experience in your life in this world, you need to take full control of your life. And one of the best things that you can do is to make sure that you're showing up every day, well nourished with good food, real food, sleeping really well, exercising, move your body to keep your blood circulating, and that will help to prevent type 2 diabetes as well, and also reducing your stress. These four things are the foundation of living well. And if you need an extra boost, then you can also get GlucoBlock as well. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Let's get the conversation moving. Remember, I have a YouTube channel. It's Have Some, HAV for Victor, SOM for Mother, and we'll continue the conversation there. And plus, you'll be able to get your GlucoBlock. All right, take care. Have a good one.